Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett, and today we are going to get into CPM and also advertisement on the enterprise level. And as far as this goes, that's really more for people who are doing YouTube or want to get into YouTube or curious about this. So as far as my CPM, I get on average $11, around $11. But as far as that goes, I've seen it easily go into the $35 to $40 range. I can't give you the exact numbers due to agreement reasons with YouTube and AdSense, but that's best I can do. Now the average YouTuber, what's being reported, it's around $5 to $7. But I think what you're going to really find is more than not is around $2 to $3. So I'm well ahead. Now, with this in mind, what I'm going to be talking about with CPM and talk about increasing your CPM, or at least understand it a little bit better, is this does not translate to views and subs. In fact, having higher CPM can actually hurt your views and subs. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a little bit. But as far as that goes, let's get into something real quick with CPM. Say, for example, for those of you who don't know what the dollar amount really means or why you should focus on that, is let's say, for example, that you have a $5 CPM. I have a $10 CPM. For every view I get, you need to have 2 views. And basically, for every view I get that looks at the advertisement for the $10 CPM, you would need to have 2 views on your $5 CPM in order to catch up with that. And that's just simple math. Now, as far as that goes, some people, they get messed over by the MCNs, multi-channel networks. They have no control over CPM at all. So it's just note that. If it's not on contract, basically consider whatever they say is a lie. I've been messed over from other people have been messed over. I've been really wanting their legal protection when I was with some of them. And when Disney took over Maker, their legal went out the window. And I quickly found that out and got rid of them fairly quickly, fired them. So with that in mind, that's one thing you got to keep in mind. And there's reasons to make your own MCN, and that's more or less of legal protection, easier to deal with legality and stuff like that by funneling all the stuff into one place and stuff of this nature. But as far as that goes with the MCNs, don't trust them unless if it's on the contract. I know a lot of people are fairly new to contracts and stuff of this nature. Just one thing that you gotta keep in mind. And you have to know if the contract is enforceable at all. And that's a big thing. A lot of people think a lot of contracts are enforceable. It's actually not. And that's one thing you gotta do your own homework on. Now, as far as what really controls CPM, let's jump on into that. All right, advertisements. So how does this actually work from a company's standpoint? Basically, let's say that I want to advertise something on gaming channels, or really entertainment channels, right? So what ends up happening is I can go to Google and say, I want this advertisement to only show on advertisement to entertainment channels. So what ends up happening is I can say, within this country, or maybe this state, depending if it's the United States or something of this nature, but this country, and I can say this dollar amount, I want at most this, say $500 to be spent. So it's limited to $500. Don't go above that, but spend up to that. And I can restrict it further. So it's stuff like if a person's seen the video, then don't show the person the same video for, say, a day or so. So if it's like a channel subscription type of advertisement, the person's already subscribed to the channel, then don't show them the video at all. Things of this nature. And I can even restrict it down to, or that $500, I I can say that per so many views, make the CPM around that, and it will adjust that based on things, but it will try to keep it around to that level as best as possible. So what happens if you don't put that little bit of restriction, that last one, if you say here's $500, don't spend more than that, but here's $500, and you don't put a CPM restriction on there, it will eat that $500 within an hour or so. Google's main job with advertisement is to collect as much money as possible, as quickly as possible, before the person knows they made a mistake. I was supposed to put restrictions on there, or before that, they say, oh, forget this, or something like that. So what they'll do is they'll have their computer find a way that within an hour, 2 hours, maybe a little bit more than that, depending on the amount. So once you get into about the $1,000 or so range, that gets into a little bit more. But what happens is basically you can say that within a short amount of time, they're going to suck that fund down as quickly as possible. So it is common to see the restrictions, the CPM restrictions and stuff of this nature, and some other type of restrictions thrown in there. It is not common to see restrictions of, oh, you already seen this video, don't show it again. Unless if the dollar amounts are really low to begin with, you really won't see that type of restriction, so just note that. Why is this important to you as a YouTuber? Well, basically, say entertainment. The advertisement is going to entertainment. So let's say that you have a gameplay channel that's within entertainment. Music is also within entertainment, and so on, so on, so on. So what happens is as a company, I want to do a shotgun approach. So I say entertainment. I won't just say gameplay. I'll say just entertainment. So what would end up happening is, for a company standpoint, it will do a shotgun approach where a little bit will go here, a little bit will go music, a little bit will go to the print channels, a little bit to go to whatever. But the thing is you're now competing against all those individuals. And let's just say if I narrow it down to gaming channels, with them being like 1 million something gaming channels, you're still competing against all the other gaming channels. So it's really more of a luck of a draw, luck of a lottery, as so you may say. And this is where the YouTube's algorithms with views and whatnot really come in play for you to actually get the stuff. If again, Google's job is to get that money out of the system as much as possible. So if you're getting a lot of views and whatever, it will just give you some of the CPM, and you can run with that. But what you'll find is, more than not, you're going to get all the junk CPM. You're going to get the $2, $3, $4, $5 CPM, something around that nature. Whereas something like with myself, I'm in the technology side. I obviously don't have any numbers in front of me, but this is just me throwing out a number to make things easier. Where you in the gaming area might have 1,000 channels and that you're competing with just in the gaming, I probably have 10 channels. Just keep numbers easy. So where it's more of a luck of a draw, and you get junk CPM, there's less people simply in the technology area. And if, say, as an advertiser, I say, I want this advertisement to show only in technology, or only in education, or only in something of this nature, and what would end up happening is, because there are less people, Google's job is still to get as much of that money out of their hands as possible, quickly as possible. Again, as I said before, and because you only have so many now, whereas say my channel would get maybe $2 CPM, if I went to gaming side of things, it's now getting into the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 30, 40, $50 CPM. I honestly don't know what the highest anyone's ever seen on CPM, but whatever that. So the less amount of people within a certain genre, the higher the chance that you will hit the lottery. Less people you're playing against, that you're going to get the CPM. That's all it really is. It's really more or less a lottery type of thing. It's do you want to play against around a billion players, or do you want to play against around 10 players? And that stuff has to come out. It's not like the state lotteries or country lotteries, depending on where you're at. It's not like that where, okay, no one won, let's build up the money a little bit more and do another lottery for next week. No, that money has to come out. So do you want to play against a large group or a very, very, very small group? And that's where I come and play with getting high CPM, is I play with a very small group. Now, with that being said, there's other things that comes in play, but a lot of those other things, they change over time, unfortunately, so it may not work. But things that, like for example, the actual time of the video. If a video is within the minute, 2 minute, 3 minute mark, you're going to make a lot less money due to simply the advertisements are less kicking off. But the longer the video you got, says for the 10-minute mark, you're going to make a little bit more. It's not like a dramatic amount, by the way. It's not like, oh, I went from $1 to $500. It's nothing like that. It's more like I went from $1 to $1.02, something like that. So from a minute to 10 minutes, you're probably going to see like a couple pennies at best. But the longer you get, and giving the watch time is there, that's where that comes in play. Because the person has to actually see the advertisement. Because keep in mind, what YouTube's job is one and only job. No matter what anyone says, same thing with TV and whatnot, their job is to do one and only thing, is to get you to watch something in between advertisements, to keep you there for the next advertisement. It does not matter what it is. If you're watching CNN, Fox News, Teletubbies, whatever it is, I don't care. Their job is to simply have it where that you're watching from one advertisement to the next. Obviously, the audience is going to be different and whatever. That doesn't matter. Their job is simply get you to watch as long as possible from one advertisement to the next. So if I only got one advertisement and it's at the very beginning, I couldn't give two craps if you watch the rest of my video. Whereas I got one at the start, a few in the middle, and one towards the end. That's when things start to matter. And that's what we also got to keep in mind with CPM is with how-to videos, I put critical information all the way through. So if the person, I want to watch 2/3, they can't. They have to watch all the way through, i.e. why I make a bit more money. So that's a big thing. And also that each time a person looks at your video, you're played at lottery, so you get more chances. So that's a big thing to keep in mind. The pot on your end might be quite large as far as the amount of players, but you can increase your chances by getting people to watch more of those advertisements by keeping the mindset that your job is to get the person to watch from one advertisement to the next and so on, and keep them watching and go by that route. But another thing to keep in mind is the audience themselves. And this is a huge thing a lot of channels are getting messed over with, is ad block. And it's really more of the type of audience. You're going to get ad block no matter which way you're looking at things. And this means that you're going to get less money. So on average, I think I get probably about, I forgot how much I made back in the day, but I think $50 less than what I would normally. I honestly can't remember what I made back in the day, but there's some people who actually kept tracking that type of stuff on their channels, and it's quite larger, a little bit more stable, whereas mine's constantly growing and has growth spurts quite dramatically. If you actually take a look at the charts, the public charts, and where it's like stable and just skyrockets for some reason, and keeps doing that. If you take a look at it, some of the channels are on an actual path or stable all the time for several years. What you'll find is a lot of them are saying that they're losing a severe amount, like 20% of their income, that potential income they would be getting through due to ad block. Well, the thing is this percentage increases or decreases based on your content. What a lot of people are finding is things like, I know I'm harping on gaming channels, but gaming channels, prank channels, I think reaction videos, things of this nature, they have the worst time with ad block, with people looking at the videos and having ad block turned on. Things like product reviews, education channels have also a time with it, but it's not as bad, nowhere near. But product reviews have a fairly okay time. Toy reviews, how to, it starts getting a little iffy there depending on what, things of this nature. But the ones that are finding the best time with the lowest amount of people using ad block is, believe it or not, product reviews, stuff of this nature. Now, I don't exactly do that, and I know I could to increase my CPM a bit more, but now it gets into the views. So the one thing you got to keep in mind with CPM is you need to have both good CPM and great views. If you have low CPM and great views, then you might be okay off, but you can be a lot better if you have better CPM. Whereas I have great CPM, but I have low views, I'm alright off for what I'm in. But for the most part, if I had high CPM, I would be doing this for a living, no joke. So with that one in mind, you need to find a way to best make it where you have high CPM, high views. And with this, you can easily have high CPM simply because, like I said, less. You basically pigeonholed yourself into an area that not too many people really care about or know about. So your job is then to do your own marketing to get people to know about it. And if they simply just aren't interested, then you're really in trouble. But if they simply just don't know about it, then you need to, put in legwork to get people to know about it, which is terribly hard in itself. It's a major thing I would advise people not to do. That's something that I've tried a few times and found a lot of failures in. But as far as that goes, that's just one thing to note, is CPM doesn't always translate to views, because the fact is again, you can have high CPM but low views, and you can actually be doing worse off than if you had great great views but like crap CPM. Someone that has million views with $1 CPM, they're going to make a crap ton more money than me getting 10, 20, 40, 50 views with $11 CPM, around $11 CPM. So with that one in mind, it's just something to note. But anyways, as far as that goes, this video's pretty much dragged on long enough. If anyone got any questions on this, then let me know in the comment section, and I'll try to help you out as best as I can. And if you like this video, then leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll check it out and see what I can do. If you got any questions, you know where to get me. But I'll see you next video. Hope you have a great day.